Yo, what up, though? Welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. In this Q Review, we'll be going over Oppenheimer, based on Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. You know, the creator that could create the extinction level event with nuclear warfare. Son, and Christopher Nolan wrote and directed this movie, and it's got an all-star cast. This movie got so many fucking people, and they're like, I didn't know this nigga was in here. Oh, he in here too? Oh, damn, he's in here? Damn, Gary Oldman? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I like, okay, getting this out of the way, the acting in this film, yes, it is incredible. Oh, they're gonna clean up at the Academy Awards. I'm sorry, I see Robert Downey Jr. definitely being nominated and not taking home that statue for Best Supporting Actress. He was exhilarating. He was incredible. At first, it took me a while to get used to him, but like by that third act, when he really started to pour it on, I was like, let's go, Robert. I mean, I'm serious. That's the best I've seen Robert since like Endgame, you know what I'm saying, or any performance he ever did in his life, man. I think he done it. But, you know, when we're talking about Cillian Murphy as Robert Oppenheimer, man, he was so transformative. Like, a lot of his acting comes from his eyes, and I really appreciate that. And my God, he was good. He was so good. Definitely gonna be nominated for lead actor, you know what I'm saying? I am praising this movie right now, but do I have issues? Let's just go ahead and get into them. My issues with this movie, I'm dumb as shit, right? I don't know shit about quantum physics at all, you know what I'm saying? Even Oppenheimer, I went in this not knowing shit about it, so I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like, oh, I know all about Oppenheimer. Matter of fact, this wasn't historically accurate. No, I didn't know shit. Matter of fact, when we were going over Oppenheimer, I was probably drawing monsters or some shit in class, so I didn't know. So it was a great history lesson. This is a biopic, so usually when you get biopic, it's a musician. So like, you're entertained by the music, like Elvis. You're entertained by his music and the shenanigans. No, Christopher Nolan, there's no jokes here. He takes it fucking dead serious, you know what I'm saying? Heavy, of course, dialogue-driven film. The whole movie is just about dialogue-driven. It's only one big spectacle, which is the bomb, spoiler alert, and it's the test bomb in this movie. But like, if you don't like movies that are heavily dialogue-driven, this is not gonna be for you, straight up. Don't spend your money just because the hype, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get it too. I'm not gonna even kidding. Like it was so much dialogue and so much time jumps that I felt confused at times. You know what I'm saying? I felt confused by times. But I will say this: Christopher Nolan does know how to keep up the pace and bring it back to characters that come back in the third act that was important in the second and first act. I thought he did a very well job with that. So if you're not into like this type of heavy, like you're gonna sit down for 3 hours for mostly a dialogue-driven movie, I suggest you don't waste your money on this. But if you're a cinephile, if you like some of the best direction you ever seen in your fucking life, you know what I'm saying? Some of the best spectacle ever. Like, well, I want to say that. Like when the part happens, the nuclear bomb drops, the atomic bomb drops, and Christopher Nolan used all practical effects for this effect. How he shot it was genius, I think. I think how he shot it was genius. When that fucking bomb drops and how it happens in the movie is not what I expected to happen. For Christopher Nolan not to use CG and want to do all this shit practical in camera on 70mm IMAX, which I've seen it in. And if I would suggest to you, go see the shit in 70mm IMAX. We had one that had a true IMAX screen. It was a dome, it was a science center, and it looked, I was literally transformed into the movie, you know what I'm saying? I was like in it. Like, it felt like I was part of those frames. It was so immersive. And I had to go down to the projection booth, and then I went down to the projection booth so I can get a picture of the film. And the film weighs 600 pounds, 600 pounds, yo. And the film stretches 11 miles long. And that's just impressive within itself. Like, somebody like loved film so much that they knew to even distribute it, it was gonna be 600 pounds and it was gonna be 11 miles long in each projector across the world. So I have to give Nolan his props on that, and he shot it on film, of course. You can taste the grain in this film. The special effects were done, like when it's part of Oppenheimer's mind, you know what I'm saying, and things are rattling, you see in atoms and things shift, and they doing it like in this microscopic, practical way. It's beautiful, and it lights up the IMAX screen. It's like the way it should be seen, you know what I'm saying? This is the way a movie would be seen. It wasn't just a movie, it was like a moving experience, you know what I'm saying? Just to watch this and to watch it live, you know what I'm saying, with an audience. My legs were cramped up like this for like 3 hours. I couldn't move, and I got long legs. I'm 6 foot tall, so like, I was really feeling it. Now back to the film, you know, back to the bomb. The bomb, when the spoiler alert, like I said, the bomb goes off, and it's pretty spectacular how it's shot, you know. I think so myself. Was it the grandioso Transformer bomb or Blue Beetle or Aquaman bomb that you will see? No, it was pretty practical, and it lit up the sky. And to see it on that IMAX screen how it was just like, it was haunting. You know, that's what I will give it. It was haunting, and it was slow, and it was scary. And you're talking about flames 100 feet tall. That was, you know, that was pretty incredible, you know what I'm saying, to do practical. But like, then after the bomb goes off, it's still 45 minutes after the bomb goes off, what happens after the bomb and all the guilt that Oppenheimer feels when they really drop the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And when he has to, everybody's praising him as the hero. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? And in his mind, all he can see is the destruction and pain and all the agony that he caused to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. And that's gotta weigh heavy on anybody's soul, you know? Because like I said, he was into the quantum physics. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about or what they was doing, but he was really into it. And since you're into it, I'm into it too. Are you making this bomb? I hope it be successful, because it's kind of cool, but it's kind of insane at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You're making a weapon of mass destruction that potentially destroyed the world, you know? And that's the scary part of this whole thing, and he was successful. And his predecessor before him was Einstein. They have a lot of good, well, not a lot of good convo. I think you get very little from the beginning of the film with Einstein, and then you get the greatest closing sentence I have ever heard in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it here for you here, but like when Einstein says to Oppenheimer, and then what Oppenheimer's rebuttals to him was haunting. It had me scared for humanity, you know what I'm saying? Because like, this was the genesis of this type of bomb, this atomic bomb, this weapon of mass destruction, an extinction level event weapon, you know? And now we have, I don't even know, bro. I couldn't sit up here and lie to you how many nuclear weapons are in the world right now. Where's Superman Quest for Peace when you need them? But like, you know, it was scary, bro. It was scary. It left me, like, out of all Christopher Nolan movies, this one left me with a point that I had to go home and actually think about, you know what I'm saying, things that was going on, you know what I'm saying, with our planet and with our world, for real. Like, I thought about that shit, like, holy shit, we can be done. We can, like all this beautiful land out here. I had to go shoot this review here because it's too much noise going on at my house. You know, it's like music and kids running around. So I had to come get peace and, you know, gather my thoughts. All that we know of, all this right now could be gone over some political bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the third act gets into. It gets to communism and stuff like that. You know, like the government, after we built this fucking amazing, you know, genius thing, you know, the government, you know, turns their back on them, especially Robert Downey Jr. You know, I won't get too deep into his character, but that's why I think he warrants the Oscar for this performance. He was good. It was successful. And I got to give it up to Emily Blunt here. Emily Blunt turns that acting on. She is the ride or die of the film, yo. Emily Blunt was fire, you know what I'm saying? It's not perfect. Oppenheimer's life is not fucking perfect, you know what I'm saying? His wife was not perfect. He married her for her imperfections. She was an alcoholic, you know? She didn't like taking care of the children. He had to, you know, do things with his children. But when it was time to ride for Oppenheimer, she was there. And there's a scene in here that she turns on the acting fucking full throttle. It's like, damn, she might be nominated for Best Supporting Actress too. It's gonna be so many awards, I think, given up when this movie is time for an award. Florence Pugh was good, you know what I'm saying? I thought she was good, but nobody, you know what I'm saying, gave a half-ass performance about it, you know what I'm saying? I can gloat about the moon, but if I had gripes, man, yes, I did feel the run time a little bit. I mean, it's long. It's a long, you know, biography movie about a nuclear physicist who created the... I can't recommend this movie for everybody, you know? It's a long, drawn-out political drama and science drama about a nuclear physicist who created the atom bomb, you know what I'm saying? It's only one, you know what I'm saying, event. He created it, and then the president, Truman, you know what I'm saying, dropped it, you know what I'm saying, the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you know, and then, you know, it starts from there. It's a bunch of espionage shit, spies and Russians in here. It's a lot going on, but I think Christopher Nolan's pace kept me interested from beginning to end. Even though I didn't know what the fuck was going on at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of big words and a lot of shit I just didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? My small brain just couldn't comprehend all the dialect, you know what I'm saying? The high, you know, nomenclature that was going on. But at the end of the day, Christopher Nolan has one of the best films of the year, if not the best film of the year. Entertainment value is not going to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're expecting bombs and shootouts and shit like that, it's just not that type of movie. It's a long, drawn out, slow movie. They don't really show the bombs dropping on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's rated R. They definitely could have went there if they wanted to, but like, it's already a political movie about the atomic bomb. You're gonna piss a lot of people off if you show like, you know, Japanese kids disintegrating and burning alive. I think that would have been a bit much for this movie, in my opinion, but I mean, you really could have went there because Spielberg went there with Schindler's List. They pretty much showed you the graphic nature of the Holocaust in Schindler's List. Spielberg took it there. He was Jewish. But like, Nolan decided not to go there, and I see why, but he does something amazing, you know, and his celebration to kind of show you the aftermath of the atomic bomb without really showing it. And I did appreciate that. I think it was a very great artistic way to go with this film. I definitely felt haunted by this film. It left me with a lot to think about when I went home. If I had to score it, you know, on a technical level, it's A+. On an acting level, no one came to play. I mean, everybody came to play. It's an A+. Sound design, A+. Pacing, A-. I don't know quite what I'm going to score yet. It's either between a 4.4 or a 4.5. I have little gripes to say about this film, though. Like, I'm trying to pick things that I didn't like. Yeah, like, I didn't understand the dialogue at first. I think it's a little bit too long. Other than that, I really have nothing bad to say about this film, honestly. I want to come at you at a more critical standpoint, but this is the truth, man. Nolan, this might be Nolan's masterpiece, for real. Like for real. He was in his bag on this bitch, bro. Have y'all seen Oppenheimer, man? I just wanted to give my honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? Come out here in the free world and breathe this fresh air while we still can. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, yeah, go ahead, hit me that like button. Of course, if you like this video, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And once again, don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace. This asshole on this fucking motorbike.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got